Alright, give me 1 second, everyone, while I get everything all sorted out. It's gonna be a few minutes. I kind of forgot to do a few things. Okay, that's set properly. Go into the blur filter and activate that. And we can begin. So, hello everyone, and welcome back to another live stream where we're gonna be working on our next book. I just had a big lunch, and I think I am ready to write. In 1 second, I'll test my audio, make sure everything's working properly. Testing. Great. Working great. Alright, so we left off with finishing quite possibly the longest section of this story. At least it will be when I finish revising it. And we were gonna start with writing a new scene. One is focusing on Elizabeth and give some character backstory beyond one faction, some background beyond one faction, and one backstory beyond one character.
You see beauty where I see loss. Lucid dreaming, losing what you love. You're so enlightened that you forgot.
What I am trying to do in this story is I'm trying to build upon the relationship between Elizabeth and Azriel. And Azriel is kind of a unique character. She's kind of designed after me in some ways, where she just doesn't really know what to do in social situations.
About the things we love. About the things we love. About the things we About the things we love. About the things we love. About the things we About the things we love. Things we love. Belino. 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 Belino.
Give me 1 second. Oh, yeah, that's better. I don't know why I wrote it that way. That is a good change. Microsoft Word.
About the things you love. About the things you love. About the things you About the things you love. About
Let's see. I should say something that I am thinking that at the end of this chapter, when I finish writing it, I may go back to the previous section and expand on it a bit.
In the sun, got him going south. Can't let me down, bitch, I'm getting out. You on his dick and I'm in his mouth. Yeah, bitch, it's a sweep. He a rat, he be giving me cheese. Cleaning house, got him down on his knees. Thinking you bigger than me, a disease. I'm a bad bitch, she a bad bitch too. Got cabbage, yeah, I'm mad rich, ooh. I don't talk that shit, I'm a savage, boo. I don't gotta ask what you ask, is you cool? I'm a bad bitch, I'm a bad bitch. 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 Bad bitch with a
Let's see.
waist, oh. Bad bitch with a two, got 'em big lace. Give me like food, no, I've been great. I ain't got
Oh, stop it. Stop it. I don't need you, co-pilot. I don't need you, co-pilot. Co-pilot is the dumbest program ever. What the fuck did you just do? Why? What did you do? What the fuck just happened? I didn't go up. I didn't even touch the mouse. Fuck just happened? I need to go back up and see if that fixes it. Control F. Something changed in that scene. Oh my fucking god, really? I did it again. But at least this will actually kind of fix the correct the typos that I had remaining. I keep on spelling Lilith's name wrong, and apparently I'm still spelling it wrong in the earlier part of this book. To get the names consistent. Like, this was double spelled, double L Lilith, and this was single L Lilith. It's a hard name to spell, especially when I'm trying to be as accurate as possible in mythology. Lilith in Judaism, again, like, Lilith was a character that was introduced in religious texts written after the Bible. Was actually written in the Middle Ages, and it's spelled with Lilith, but there's some things like I think the most recent, not really the most recent, not really the most recent Diablo game, but I think there's the second last one where Lilith was an antagonist. I think it was Diablo 4 where Lilith was a character. And Lilith in Diablo 4, I'm pretty sure spelled Lillith. Lilith is also in Darksiders. And Lilith is actually the mother of the Four Horsemen in Darksiders. You actually see her, I think, in Darksiders 2. In fact, I think she's someone you see at the end of the game. Trying to find that scene. I just need to check that scene. I have no idea what page it's on, but I just saw the name Lilith. Yeah, I think it's that scene. Oh, no. It's coming up though. I think we're coming up on it. I'm only doing this because Copilot did something very stupid. I just want to make sure that nothing is ruined in the writing. Fortunately, I'm not seeing it. Might have passed it. Okay, if it's not Lilith, it's not here. We'll keep going for a bit, but I think I might have passed it. Yeah, I might have passed. Let's go search half. I need to find that section. I have no idea where it is. Is this double space? Why is this double space? Oh, this was copy and pasted from, oh shit, hold on. I'm Control A. Turn it on to single. Oh my fucking god, the formatting got screwed up. Fuck me. Oh my god, complete fuck this screw. Oh my god, I screwed up the formatting. And this is correct. I cannot believe that fucking happened. I should have checked beforehand which hold on, I can just go back. There we go. Copy and paste all of this, because this is copy and pasted from my workshop draft from my master's class. I just need to change this to single space. I cannot believe I never noticed this. I'm honestly kind of annoyed now. Hey, this is not good. This double space. This is double space. I completely fucked up. I didn't even notice this was all double space. This is double space. Oh my fucking god, how long does this go on? I'm hoping this ends at part 2. There's a part in part 1 where everything kind of gets more original. Kind of hoping, and I think we're still gonna get old content here. I'm kind of hoping that once we get to the newer content, that everything will be fixed. Because so far this is still old. But this is a lot of fucking shit I'm gonna need to edit. This is old. And I still need to find that scene to make sure that I co-pilot didn't screw it up. How long does this go down? Okay. Why is this? Oh my fucking god. It was all the way down here on page 106? Why is it? Oh my fucking god. That's a bitch. Are you fucking kidding me? And let's just ignore all this like editing I'm gonna need to do, and let's just go ahead and try and fix all this fucking bullshit. Oh shit! I just dropped my camera. Let it break. Outbreak is now over. Welcome back, everyone. Anyone that is still watching, I do apologize for you haven't seen me just doing this bullshit. I'm just kind of pissed off that I didn't really notice that this was a thing. I think they're trying to fix everything. So pissed off. I am so pissed off. How did I not notice that almost everything was double spaced? Like, the entire first part of the book was all double spaced. How did I not realize that? And apparently I did realize it at one point, because it transitions from double space to single space in the middle of a chapter, at the end of a chapter actually. How did I not notice that everything else double spaced, and I didn't think to go back and change that? Like, am I stupid? Like, I know I'm not the most intelligent person on the planet, but come on, like, I would think that I'm a little bit smart enough to actually realize this beforehand. Clearly not. Kind of pissed off now. I need to fix everything. Everything is so fucking screwed up now.
Funny how it gets when you know what you know. They ain't got a soul with somebody trap, yo. Learn the detachment, I'm one with the flow. I done it my own way, I know what I know. I follow the source, just learn to let go. Not my problem, not mine to solve. Calling, staring, it turns into gold. I swear, yeah, on this path, not on my own. Got my G's,
So pissed off.
got my G's in the zone. Got my G's in the zone, yeah, yeah. Got my G's in the zone. Got my G's in the zone. Got my G's in the zone, yeah, yeah. Got my G's in the zone. Got my G's in the zone. Black tie, everything, head to toe. Out here chilling and billing with my bro. Levels to the path, I'm just trying to do the most. Say less, I can feel what's real and what's false. And there's levels to the game that you're never gonna see. Those places better off you're never gonna be. Run away, yeah, from this concrete jungle.
This was the scene right here is actually the last scene I wrote for a master's project. I ended up not using it because it pushed it over the word count. Actually, the page count, I should say. There's a 100-page limit for projects, creative projects in my master's class. So I had to like cut the scene out and actually end the story a little bit sooner.
zone. Got my G's in the zone, yeah, yeah. Got my G's in the zone. Got my G's in the zone. Got my G's in the zone, yeah, yeah. Got my G's in the zone. Got my G's in the zone.
I do apologize for this, by the way. I just cannot get over just how much I fucked up. Really should have been fixed a while ago. About reaching the halfway point of this part in total, so we also need to go back into the later sections and just make sure that everything is formatted correctly. So pissed off. That should be continuing writing the book instead of just fixing a bunch of stuff. There you go. That's done. Page 46. That's done. Cannot believe I did not notice this was a problem. Oops. We're getting close to being done here, by the way. Okay, see. I remember writing this scene for the first time in grad school. I'm very proud of it. Most of my classmates liked it, although they didn't really question like the whole I was trying to accomplish with this thing. It's kind of stupid of me because I was doing like something like very creative with the whole like concept of identity thing, and no one really caught on with what I was trying to do. Like how, and again, like admittedly, like I didn't really like fully like grasp, didn't really have that thing like reflect on both the good guy side and the bad guy side, where Alec Lowe was also trying to find his sort of identity, his code as a high agent. But it's like a parallel that I end up like making, and I was trying to make it a focus and writing this for a grad school, but no one really just picked up on it. It's honestly kind of disappointing because I keep on like trying to like do something creative, and whenever I try and like show people it, they just don't notice it. Like, it's just kind of one of those things like where you try and like create something that you think will really wow people, that you think will really impress people, and they either don't realize what you were trying to do, or they're just not impressed. It's kind of like hurts, I guess. Like all that work you were trying to do to try and like cause someone to be interested, it ends up kind of falling flat on its face. And to be honest, I fully admit that what I wrote for grad school, like it may not have been like that well written. Like again, like the whole concept of identity, that would end up like making it reflect both with the demons and the hide agents. The whole aspect, the other side of the hide agents, that wasn't actually something that I wrote into the story until much later. Actually, after I finished grad school, that kind of wrote that, trying to make that focus on the story. And also, the concept of identity can also be analyzed through how Alec Lowe views and other characters view Levi Beckett, the main antagonist of the story. Pretty much everyone views Levi Beckett to be like a demon, like a monster, but Alec Lowe refuses to see him that and kind of sees him more as someone human. Someone that is kind of on the wrong path, but he feels could still be saved, could still be convinced to go down the right path. And by the end, he won't be proven correct. Just kind of stupid. Like, it's just, this is something I kind of noticed happen with them kind of reflecting on something that I kind of failed to do in drafting book one. But there's this comment that I got from my first book, like someone gave a review on Amazon. They said they kind of left with me more confused than kind of more curious about the book too. And I fully admit that this series is not for everyone. But I think possibly what people are more confused about is sort of like how I'm sort of like implementing certain aspects of it. The series is very influenced and inspired by the series One Piece by Eiichiro Oda. One Piece quite literally saved my life. I mean that in the most literal sense. I was suicidal because of something that I experienced when I was a kid, a traumatic experience that happened to me when I was a kid, that I was gaslit into believing was my fault, into believing that I was a horrible person because of what happened. And I'm not gonna get too much into this, but this kind of caused me to develop depression from as early as 12 years old, and me trying to be obsessed with the concepts, trying to prove to others that I am a good person. This unhealthy obsession that ended up kind of destroying my childhood. This obsession with proving to others that I'm a good person, this obsession, this kind of like depressive episode that I was in where I just could not even love myself because of what happened. And I tried to commit suicide 3 times in my life. 2 times were documented, 1 wasn't. And I wish that I was given an opportunity to kind of heal a little bit faster, but I just wasn't able to kind of process what happened. Like, I still believe that I was a bad guy because of the gaslighting that happened to me when I was a kid. And after my 3rd and final suicide attempt as freshman in college, I was introduced to One Piece, and that series gave me like what I needed to sort of like anchor me to the present and distract me from the horrible thoughts that I was experiencing at the time. And because of One Piece, that this story was kind of inspired. This story is kind of modeled after. One Piece has a power system called Devil Fruits, and one thing that the author Eiichiro Oda said is he wanted Devil Fruits to be like a power system that's only limited to my imagination, where if he can imagine something, it can happen. And that's what I'm doing with the power system of light and darkness in my story, where if you can imagine something, some sort of like magical effect of something that could happen, then it can happen through a manifestation of light and darkness. And that's kind of sort of like my goal with the power system. And I feel that because of how I designed the power system, people reading it might be kind of confused because I may not be used to the power systems in place in fiction. It's more of like a manga and anime thing. Yeah, you have like Harry Potter, where there's like an actual magic system, but that's kind of more easily understand for the Muggles, I guess I'll say, than for than something like what I'm doing right here. The story is very experimental in nature. A lot of the parts of the story is kind of like influenced by how manga is written. And I feel like that because of that experimental nature in the writing of the story, that people like that person that that commented on my first book, they may read the story and they may be confused because of what I'm trying to do. And it's kind of one of the things that I really need to be able to talk on camera to someone with an established audience, to explain to them what I was trying to accomplish with the story. And admittedly, I think I did a good job, decent job of just kind of doing what I wanted to do, but in terms of how successful it was, that kind of remains to be seen. I need more viewer feedback in order to see that. But I've been kind of hoping that if my dad actually succeeds in reaching out to celebrity book clubs and celebrities like Oprah Winfrey or whatever, read my book, they like it, and they advertise it, I could have the possibility of appearing on TV and kind of like talking about my book to someone with established audience. It's something that I feel like would be really helpful in getting sales on my book, is actually being able to talk about my goals with this story. There's some people that really are interested. Unfortunately, my dad isn't focused with other stuff, but he claims he's working on my stuff now. It remains to be seen if he'll be successful. He's been working on his own stuff for over a month now, and it's been honestly kind of pissed me off because he just hasn't really been doing what he promised me. Someone that's just really kind of serious about promises. If you promise someone to do something, you should do it, unless it's something that you aren't really comfortable with. Like if you promise something and then later down the line you realize that, hey, this is something that I shouldn't do, you shouldn't be forced to commit that promise. Like you could promise something to someone. Like I promised something to an artist that I realized was a scammer, and as soon as I said oh, I don't think I can work with you, they literally just call back my word, and they just insinuate that I'm a liar. And it's not that I'm lying, it's that I don't trust you to actually be able to succeed in doing the job that I paid you for, because I have reason to suspect that you are a scammer. And happened a few times, and it's honestly kind of frustrating because they just constantly call me out of my word and essentially call me dishonest when they are really the dishonest one. That's kind of my biggest pet peeve, to be honest, is I kind of model my entire adult life after honesty. Like even if the truth, it hurts, even if it's kind of harmful, to kind of like say the truth. Like for example is if someone who is overweight asks you if something that they are wearing makes them look fat, you shouldn't lie to them and say that you look fat. To be honest with them, at least in my opinion. But it's just kind of like something that I kind of see like referenced a lot. Like there's like an old commercial I saw where honestly it was talking with a heavier woman and the old days, and she was wearing a dress. She said, "Does this dress make my butt look fat?" And he just looks at it, then looks at her, looks at it, then looks at her, then maybe a little bit, and she gets mad and storms off. But honestly, kind of think that in that situation, like you be honest or if you lie, like there's could be like a bad outcome in either situation. So honestly, best to be honest. But I honestly kind of think that even people that are overweight, they can still look good wearing anything. Just depends on how they wear it. Like, I'm someone that is like 40 pounds overweight, but I look pretty good in jeans and t-shirt. There are a lot of people are just like very sensitive about their weight for good reasons. We're on the last scene. Let's check the preface a bit. If this is good. If this is all good. I'm gonna go back down to where I left off, and we're just gonna do a quick browse through the more recent stuff to see if anything is screwed up in the formatting. So we're currently at 62,685 words. By the time that we finish this current section that I was working on before we got distracted, we may be at 70,000 words. We need 90,000 words total to qualify for the average word count for a book. For a science fiction book, I should say. Okay, I see another issue of formatting. Why is this tab space all screwed up? It wasn't like any time before, it's just starting now. That's correct. This isn't. Let's help with the spacing. This is incorrect. I already just wrote this like earlier this year and didn't notice the spacing was wrong. I think I'm checking. That break is happening now. So far, this is all looking good. Almost done here. I think in my first book, like I was at 208 pages total. I can just get it to close to that number. I think I'll be satisfied. Yeah, everything looks fine now. There's a few like issues with the formatting I'm noticing. Almost done here. And on the most recent sections, when I wrote a few months or so ago, everything is looking fine. I need to revise this section here I'm on right now. It's just pretty much all dialogue. I need to add some expedition. I have to do that in the first round of revisions. Okay, we're back here. What time is it? 1:54? I spent like the past 45 minutes fixing the formatting. Are you serious? Oh, fuck me. Why? Supposed to be done with this section by this time. Damn it. Go and save here. I don't want to lose all that progress again. I'm gonna take a break. I know we didn't really get much done today. That whole like formatting mistake that I realized I made completely took all the time out. Before we leave though, I am gonna see if I can find the heavy section I passed. Copilot changed something. I just want to make sure that actually I know roughly where the scene was, and I know there's like 3 names in the scene: Samael, Hefe, and Lilith. I tried searching Lilith, but I didn't see the name there. This is it. I think this is it. Is it? It might be. Keep going, but this looks fine. I don't know if this is the scene that Copilot changed. I did undo that change, but I just want to make sure that nothing is fucked up. Might be further down. This could also be a container. It's like at the end of a chapter. The problem is like we're in part 2 here, and there's only so many sections. I think there's like 1 or 2 sections with Hefe in part 2. The 2 scenes that I saw where I think could be the thing that Copilot changed, I think those were fine. I don't think there's any more Hefe scenes. That's a oh, here's one. Here it is. Okay, so I think this is the scene here, and I think I reverted the change from what Copilot did, so I think that's fine. Okay, let's go and save, and we'll go ahead and wrap things up here. Thanks for watching, and I will see you all next time.